Should be everything. Good afternoon. Hopefully this works right. I was having some weird issues with the PC port of this today. If it acts up too much, I'll just switch over to an emulator, but... So today, it's time for Resident Evil Remake. I'm just going to go and start off with a hot take right off the bat. I do not like this as much as I like the original game. I think objectively, this is the better game. But, I don't know. It just doesn't quite do it for me like the original did. But,
Resident Evil.
That doesn't detract from the quality of the game, and just generally how good it is. So right here we have like a strange difficulty setting. It's not too hard to understand if you just like read the stuff. Like that's easy, that's normal, that's hard. We're gonna play hard. For the most part, I plan on doing most of these runs on the hardest difficulty. A few games will be excluded from that because they're all also going to be fresh playthroughs. For instance, like Resident Evil 4, I'll be doing professional. That's fine on a fresh file. But like Revelations, for example, Inferno difficulty on a fresh file is ball crushing, and it would take a long time to get through that. And I'm running out of time before Requiem comes out. So since I did Chris in the original game, gonna go ahead and bring Jill out, Miss Jillian, for Remake here.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
So this scene is like substantially better, but I will say that I miss the live action like campiness of the original's opening scene. Rip Joseph, dude eats shit right off the bat. So it's like, I understand being shell-shocked in this situation, but like, you know, STARS is supposed to be this really close, like, elite team. Like, I feel like she would have just opened fire on those dogs just out of sheer want to protect a member of her team. And then Brad just fucks off and flies around for a couple hours.
Chris, this way.
Like, Brad literally is on a field trip over the course of this game. He just gets to fly around.
Make for that mansion.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite
Yeah, they
your
never really
ordinary
explain
house,
how the
that's for
other
sure.
playable character gets,
Hey,
like,
Wesker,
lost
where's
in
Chris?
between that opening cutscene
Jill,
and
no.
coming into the
You
mansion.
don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
So, fundamentally, as a remake, I mean, there's going to be things that are different about this game from the original. This game is considered kind of like a standout for what a remake should be, and I completely agree with that. This game, I think is the perfect
I think you'd better take
idea
a look at
of what a
this.
remake should
What is
be.
it?
Like, it keeps the game familiar from the original,
Jill,
but it's also
see if you can
just
find any
new
other
enough
clues. I'll be examining this.
and different enough that
Chris's.
it has a spot and doesn't necessarily replace the original. The whole Lisa Trevor plotline is completely new. A lot of the puzzles are changed. So the mansion layout is slightly different. There are some new rooms and like some paths are different. This cutscene is certainly more menacing this time around. So, one of the biggest changes in this game from the original is the introduction of the enemy type called the Crimson Head. So, early on in the game,
What is it?
Look out! It's a
I'll let
monster!
this play out.
Let me take care of it.
I also want to know what's up with Barry's Magnum here, that it takes 3 shots for him to down that guy and it doesn't even pop the head.
What the hell is this thing?
Barry
found
fucked up
Kenneth
and loaded 9
killed by
millimeters
this
into his
thing.
Magnum.
Let's report this to Wesker.
So yeah, Crimson Heads are like one of the biggest standout differences between this and the original. To this day, this is still like the only game in the series that features the Crimson Heads. So when you down a zombie, when you kill a zombie, quote unquote kill,
Wesker!
unless their head was
Jill,
destroyed,
go look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
they will
idea.
resurrect later as a Crimson Head. And Crimson Head is, I guess, like if you took a zombie and turned it into a hunter would be kind of my description. They they're faster. They have like a slashing claw attack. They do more damage. They're just generally more of a nuisance. So they give you an option to deal with them. You can burn their bodies.
Barry,
Now,
Any luck, Jill?
no.
a problem with that approach
What's going
is
on
that
around
requires you
here?
to
I can't figure
use
it
up
out.
inventory space to
Same here.
carry around both
Chris
an
and now
oil
Wesker.
canteen and a lighter.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately.
Now,
I'll
an
investigate
alternate way to deal
Okay,
with
then.
this
I'll try the door on the other side.
is to only kill zombies in a way that destroys their head.
Lost. Let's start
As long as you never kill
Okay.
any zombies that doesn't make their head explode,
It's a lockpick.
you never have to worry about crimson heads outside of one specific scripted one.
Thanks. I may need it.
That's the approach I go with.
Something happens.
Carrying around the
Let's meet up in
oil
this
is such a
hall.
pain in the ass.
Got it?
Carrying around the
Okay.
lighter as well, especially if you're not playing Chris and just have it. So, my goal is going to be to attempt to just not kill zombies. Unless I have to. So, I don't know this game nearly as well as I know the original. I make the joke that I feel like there's something wrong with me, that I don't like this one as much as I like the original. But you know, that's life. But I still think I know it well enough that I shouldn't hopefully get too stuck. Uh, so the approach of, like, you know, destroying the zombies' heads isn't as strong in this game as it would be in the original, and that's because so Capcom kind of went through like an era uh, of like Code Veronica, this game, and Zero, where the shotgun just kind of sucks. The so getting critical hits, critical headshots with the shotgun in this game is kind of inconsistent. So you could be realistically going for like a head explosion. Yeah, so this guy laying on the ground right here, he is your one mandatory crimson head. Once you have the item you need to go through that door that's near the body, he will get up. This game is also the start of them giving you more traditional controls. You can use the analog stick for that. I still use the tank controls. Uh, I like tank controls, and I also just feel like that it works for how this game is set up. So for instance, right now I'm using the stick, and it's like, oh, never mind, I have the stick set tank control. So the stick, you just kind of have like a general movement, or whichever direction the stick is pointing, the character runs in that direction. So that mean that sets a couple of things. You're always running, which isn't really inherently a problem. I mean, there's not really a reason to walk in this game outside of one like puzzle. Um, but the camera shifts can be really disorienting because of like where you'll want to be holding the stick when the camera changes. So like, I don't know, for me it just doesn't feel worth it. Okay. Yes. Forgot I need to head out here first. And yeah, so this right here, this area is new. This wasn't, this little courtyard area wasn't a thing in the original game. That big guy over there is guarding some shotgun shells. I want to know how she plugged that in because that is pretty high up off the ground. So a little thing, this is kind of a speedrun tech really, is you freely walk up and down stairs in this, whereas in the older games it's you hit the button and then it auto walks up. And if you just kind of mash the run button, you just move up the stairs, move up or down the stairs faster. It's really only useful if you're going for like the speedrun achievement or just speedrunning the game in general. So down here is where we get our first key. Got the sword key. Very likely that first dude is going to be right up here outside of the camera range and be a problem. So, yeah, right there you see another thing this game introduced, and that is the defense items. They vary. They do have differences between the characters. Chris gets like what's essentially a frag grenade, which is really good. Uh, they both get the dagger. Chris, for his second one, he gets like a hand grenade, and Chill here gets like a stun gun or a taser. Uh, the taser isn't quite as good. Uh, the grenade kills, and you can get like some collateral damage with it. It's especially good for dealing with like the first boss. It's a very ammo efficient way to just deal with them in one shot. So they play a little trick on you in this room because like this is the hallway where you know the dogs jump through the windows in the original. But in the remake here, the dogs only jump through if you come through this hallway the other direction. I don't know if that would apply to like me just walking back there or if I have to actually enter from this other door. But they never come through as long as you don't go through this room backwards. Yeah, so the trick I showed off to get around the plant in the original game doesn't work in the remake here, so I have to actually get the chemical and do things the right way. No fun allowed. Yeah, you can get a neat little new scene in this room. I want to know why he was taking a bath fully clothed. He has been curb stomped. So, in for the original game, there's a Christmas mod made by a team called, I believe it's Resident Evil Challenges. And in that mod, in this very toilet, they have a copy of Resident Evil 6. Uh, safe to say they don't much care for that game. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, at least if you play co-op. Uh, I'll be very upfront with my stance on RE6. I think if you're playing it co-op, it is a solid 7. It is dumb action fun. I think if you're playing it solo, it's like a 3. It is borderline unplayable. The AI is so incredibly stupid. and half the time you will die because they take their sweet time to get to doors to like transition to new areas. And it's miserable. Oops. I'm gonna hopefully not die here. I think Barry should still save me. This game does also retain the like different endings and the ability to save multiple characters or not save anybody. Barry.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you
Well,
in
she
there?
calls for Wesker first.
Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back. Grab my hand.
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks. But
It's a
Barry,
fucking
didn't you
crime
say
that
you
they
were
don't
going
say
back to
Jill
the dining room
Sandwich
to
in
find
this one.
other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check.
Pants
Anyway,
grab.
we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Huh, how have I never gotten that achievement before on the PC version? Okay. So, a new mechanic that they've added to this version of the game that sucks dick is this door right here. Its handle is fucked up. So I can only go out from this room to that room. I think it's like 3 times, and then that handle falls off. So that's the oil canteen there that you would pick up to burn the Crimson Heads. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not even gonna bother with it. Unlike the original, the knife sucks in this. It's not useful. Um, I think I should be able to get by not carrying around any healing items for the moment. Oh, got dogs barking outside my door. Alright, good head pop. So since his head has been removed, he will not come back as a Crimson Head. And that is a great public service. Can't remember if there's a... Yeah, because I believe the dog whistle is in here. Dog whistle, please. There we go. So the dog whistle is a new item for a little side thing you have to do. Well, I guess it's not really a side thing since you have to do it, but it's for a little area that is new to the remake where you have to, I don't know, I guess for some reason Spencer decided to hide a
Barry.
coin with a dog,
Jill,
and I need
got
that
any good
coin.
news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our
Jill's so
escape route
sassy.
first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours. Hopefully you won't have to use it.
What about you?
Thanks,
Oh,
Barry.
don't
I'll just
worry.
fucking throw
I
these at
like the
people for
buddy
now.
system we have here.
I see. Thanks, I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
Yeah, that one was armor. And that's the dog room that I can unlock from the other side. So I am kind of feeling my way out as I go. Like I said, I don't know this game as well as I know like the remake or the other games and a lot of the other games in the series. Oh, I am annoyed with you, sir. That's fine. If I can avoid it, I'd rather not use shotgun shells on that guy. Alright, so I'm probably gonna take a bunch of damage here. Dogs are like super resilient to pistol ammo in this game. Oh my. They are being so feisty. So now we have a fake armor key. Because that is absolutely worth storing around. Okay, I can go through and unlock this door from the other side if I wanted to, but there's really no reason to. lost where I was there for a second. All in all, pretty happy with how things have gone so far. So similar to the original, this is the room that has the serum for Richard. It's a bit more important in this game, I would say, because it gets you a pretty strong weapon pretty early in the game. Oh man, he's going upstairs. Is this a lockpick? Yeah. So that is it's called the battery pack, but it's essentially a taser. There's the broken shotgun, some oil I can refill the canister with. Plenty of ink ribbons in the game, don't really need to grab. Okay, so yeah, nothing really I need to grab in here. So zombies cannot grab you on the stairs. So if they're on the stairs, you can just run right past them. The only thing they can do is attempt to vomit on you. So now that I have this fake armor key, I can use it to go get the real armor key. This also will have the ramification of waking up the one mandatory Crimson Head. Yeah, that guy will typically miss you as he turns around to grab you. Oh, and there's Crimson Head woken up. So this area sucks for me, and I'll show you why. I always forget about this door. This door isn't used until after the guardhouse, and I always forget it's a thing. So yeah, this is what happens when you take the armor key, because Spencer is a completely sane individual. And have to plug the fake one in, because, you know, an even more insane thing is to have a way around it, I guess. So now the Crimson Head is up and swinging at people. I won't really have to go through that room much more, so. Hello? So this area is pretty similar to the original. It's a larger, obviously, here. This is the area where you find Forrest pecked to death by crows. So I could go to that end of that walkway there and get, I think, some pistol ammo. But if I do, Forrest gets up and attacks. And kind of like how Brad is in RE3, or RE2, he's just like an abnormally strong zombie. It's just not worth the ammo. Um, use that there. Don't need to go in there right now. Yeah, so this room's an actual puzzle now. Whereas in the original, it's just push two statues over some like poison gas thing, vents, and then push a button. I'm trying to remember what the order is. So some of these statues will affect the others when you push them in. Okay. Yeah, that's the whole goal. You just want to get them all pushed in. I'll just go and use that. Mystery box. And then I press the two switches that both look like pieces of a heart. So the masks are for the that area outside where I went down and picked up a book and got the first key. I need to get the 4 death masks. That's kind of like the new version of the 4 like crests. The crests are still in the game, they just serve a different purpose. So there's an example of what I was talking about, how the shotgun kind of sucks. Like, it just did not crit and blow that guy's head off for some reason. So now at some point he will come back as a Crimson Head, and I just have to live with that. What about you? You wanna... Okay, there we go. Really should have killed him earlier, given that he's in a common walkway. Okay, so... just go ahead and toss those for now. I don't really intend to shoot things unless I'm... destroying the head. Put the pistol and the ammo up here in the Forgotten Zone. So I mentioned it before in some of the other some of the other playthroughs, but you do in fact move faster depending on what you're holding. Holding nothing is gonna have you at your fastest movement speed, and if I'm walking around with like the shotgun always, then I will be moving noticeably slower. So there's another guy that's just kind of in the fucking way and didn't want to cooperate. Barry in here doing some reading.
Jill.
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
He's getting excited.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
Thanks, Barry. Yeah, so there's just a weird little, like, batch of, like, moving things around in this room. This is fully optional. So with the crests in this game, their purpose now is to get you the Magnum. Fucking bees. Luckily, I only need to get this one crest for it all, so... they also just kind of took some sections of the game and made them like needlessly longer, I guess is how I would describe it. For instance, the music score to play the Moonlight Sonata, it's in 2 parts now, with one of them requiring the lighter. You know, that kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know why I'm so nitpicky about this game. I wish I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the original, but I by no means think it's bad. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I'm in that part of the in North America that is just kind of being fucked by a like freezing vortex right now, and man, it's just got my body all thrown out of whack. concerned with doing the Richard thing yet because I still don't have the helmet key. Or the shield key. The helmet key is what you get after after Plant 42. I think. Go plug the blue gem in. Cheeky bastard. So as I mentioned, the piano score is now in 2 parts. So there's really no reason for me to grab the first part yet until I come here with the second. I believe that is now all the uses for the sword key. The maggots be eating out here. Is there really no reason for Jill to come in the kitchen? It's like, I know you can come in here with Chris and get a small key, but... well, fuck me, I guess. Now I have to go through this for no reason. Don't really get why she falls over there. It's not like this is the first time she's seen one. It's like, sure, you're not gonna be desensitized already, but like, come on. So that's locked from the other side. It's like I can go do the paintings. Oh, wait. That's right, okay. So I believe I should be able to go in the far room where the broken shotgun was now. It's like the lighter is the only thing I'm kind of unsure about right now. If I can remember where that is, then I should be able to finish up to the guardhouse. Got dudes playing with the door handle. Pretty fucking rude, honestly. Like, this armor key has so many uses. It opens like fucking 7 doors. Oops. Yeah, so as a fuck you, you can actually fuck this part up. And if you use this herbicide and you point it green, you can kill all of the healing herbs that are in right there. Which is fucking rude that they even let you do that, but I can't help but admire it. So that's Mask 2. Mask 3 is in the room with the paintings, and Mask 4 is where Yawn is. Oh, hello. Little home invasion, a little B&E. So another little asshole thing they did in this game is there is, you know, in the original game you plug this into this guy here, a red and a blue jewel, and like one gives you the magnum and one gives you a crest. If you plug the red gem into this guy, it's a trap. The red jewel is actually for something else, and there is an optional yellow jewel that you can plug into him. And I think it gives you one of the MO discs. So, this room is famous for just one thing in particular. Itchy, tasty. I have an itchy, tasty shirt. I love it. One of the most memorable things. That's... I could not remember what was in here, and the fact that it was one of the fucking battery packs is upsetting. Pistol ammo on the bed, but it... yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Now we're back in this room. And now I start getting really unsure because I cannot remember where the lighter is. do still, yeah, I still have. Is this? No, that is a helmet door. So there's definitely an armor door I'm forgetting about somewhere. Oh, yeah, there's the painting one. I don't know if that's the only one, but. Yeah, I believe that's the room. Yeah, where the armored key door or the armored key was. This hallway is still so peaceful. No more peace allowed here, though. Okay, so yeah, that is everything for that mansion key. So this puzzle's different. It used to be you had to assemble, you had to push the buttons in order from like birth to death. This one you just have to like color coordinate. It's a lot easier, I would say. Yeah. Crown is green, necklace is purple. I think this one needs to be. Okay. Okay, yeah. And yeah, what color you get just depends on which side of the painting you interact with. One of those things that I hesitate to even call it a puzzle. Crows sound like they got a fucking loogie the size of a goddamn tree trunk in their throat. Oh yeah, I forgot you fucking came through the door, didn't you, dickhead? It's gonna drive me nuts. How do I always... I always get stuck on this particular portion whenever I play Remake. I can never remember where the lighter is for Jill. This is just the instructions for destroying the Crimson Heads. It's like my brain tells me I wouldn't be too far in because I, want you to be able to burn the Crimson Heads, but like... And the room opposite of this one is where the lighter is located in the original game. Like, is it still in here and I just missed it? I know there's a sync ribbon here. Huh. Really don't think it was here, but... Guess I can dip over to where Richard is and see if maybe it's there and I'm just forgetting about that. Now there's that problem. Crimson Head here to ruin my fucking day.
Richard! What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Damn it, give me serum. Yeah, so, whereas in the original, Richard just kind of dies regardless of you getting the serum or not for him. It's it's good to do it this time. It saves him and he helps you with the first yawn fight, and it also allows you to get the assault shotgun early, which is a much better shotgun than the fucking garbage they start you with. I went in the wrong door. Fuck out of my way. Is that body laying on the floor there? But to my knowledge, I don't think it ever gets up as a Crimson Head. I think it's just kind of there aesthetically. Just want to do a quick check in here and make sure I didn't forget about the lighter, but I don't think it's in here either. Maximum speed. Gotta go fast. Mr. Crimson.
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot.
Here, Richard, here's your serum.
Jill, here's my radio. Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
Only when it's lubed up and you're used to it. One second. Alright.
I'm okay. The others...
He says he's okay, but that arm looks hella fucked up. So they kept this whole surprise in from the original, this guy around the corner. I don't even know why I'm in here. This is the room where you need to use the lighter. This is not where the lighter's going to be. Just gonna let Richard chill for a bit now. He's had a rough go of it. Don't be a dick. I will shove your dick in a meat grinder, my dude. Don't push me. Anything else in here? Oh, God. Remember there was a shiny when I picked up the botany book earlier. And I thought that was weird because the books aren't usually shiny. Motherfucker. Okay, so you do get it super early. I'm just an idiot. Hey, progress. Your mother doesn't love you. Eat a dick. Now, Richard's a real one. Like, being able to just lay down on the floor of a fucking mansion filled with monsters and just chilling is. That's a mood. So there's another cheeky thing they do. There's a fucking guy in this room. And if you just kind of run in here, not thinking about it, yeah, they really like to fucking throw curveballs at you in this game. Also, if you wouldn't have killed the guy outside, he'd break into this room as well. Don't worry, Richard, we'll get to fuck up that snake here in a minute. Alright, so now that I fucking got that oversight out of the way, I can go play the piano, and then head back to Richard, get the last mask. Forgot to grab the wooden thing. Give me my emblem. This is my shield. My chastity belt. It's another bastard that doesn't like to cooperate often, but what are you gonna do? It's like I really don't want to waste any more ammo on killing anything else in here, because we're about done with the first trounce through the mansion, and there will be an enemy like reset when you come back through. I don't need you to examine it. There we go. Who doesn't enjoy a bit of Moonlight Sonata? like imagine like breaking your fingers and not being able to play the piano anymore, but you need to get in here. So there are a few extra lore items kind of sprinkled around to go about the Trevor family story that's new to this game. I'm pretty sure George Trevor was someone who was like helping to design this mansion, and to keep its secrets, Spencer then like locked them up afterwards and used them for experiments. So instead of just getting the key for doing that, there's a slight puzzle involved. You're supposed to look at this picture. You see the guy shoving a giant sword through that guy's head, and the guy's putting a dagger into that guy's body. And then you just correspond that with the hands of the clock here. Oh, nope, wrong gear. Oh, no, it was the right. Yeah. Yeah, so you just need to turn the large gear twice. And that is our key to get to Yawn. Don't you do it. I will call the cops. Tell them how much of a smelly bitch you are. So this room is a lot more open and easier to avoid Yawn in. I don't want to just run by him though, grab the thing and get out. I want the Richard stuff to play out.
Payback time.
Oh, you asshole. Doesn't really matter. It just means I'm gonna have to worry about the serum. So you don't even have to attack him. Richard will just kill him. Well, I don't know if kill is the right word, but the ammo that's left in this shotgun is kind of useless, so
Thanks.
rest in peace, Richard. You're a real one.
Richard!
Alright, so Richard has now been vored. If he's into that, good for him. If not, sucks, I guess. But that lets me take the assault shotgun, and it is so much better than the base shotgun. Chris can get this as well, but he can't get it all the way up until you encounter Neptune in the guardhouse.
Am I poisoned? I need serum.
I need serum. Interesting. I wonder why Barry isn't carrying me off. And again, I don't even know if that's a thing that can possibly happen in the remake. Well, that's fine. It's so close by. And it's a save room. So I can grab all the masks and go do what I need to do. Yeah, you're awake because you just got stabbed in the head twice instead of cooperating. Oh, dude. Crisis of Vernon. Put the grenade launcher away now. I was just kind of carrying that around as a just in case situation, but oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I have my increments on me. So what would be best path to get? Yeah, I think going through this, because then I won't have to worry about the Crimson Head that is up in the upper balcony area. I guess this way I can also have this unlocked in case it ever becomes relevant later. Yeah, luckily the zombies just kind of fucking disappear when you're coming through here with all the masks. So, just free access to those shells without having to waste any supplies. So you can examine them if you want, but you can kind of just eyeball which ones go where. So in this coffin here we have George Trevor. He's kind of like the alpha Crimson Head, I guess. He's also the owner of the lighter I've been using, so he might be a little upset about that, I guess. Yeah, good fight. Yeah, they kind of make it out to be a deal, but it's not. He's literally just a Crimson Head. But that is it for the first round of the mansion. Can now head over to the guardhouse. Since I opened this will be a much quicker way back. Yeah, you gotta use a small key as Chris to get that shortcut, and that fucking sucks. Yeah, I forgot you're still here. Just eat my ass. So I'm not too worried about using one of the uses of that doorknob. The doorknob does get fixed after the guardhouse. So the main reason I came back before leaving is I wanted to get the crest. They added some outside areas that weren't in the original, and one of them is the spot where you have to use this crest to get the Magnum. Oh, I'm in danger. All because the dickhead's in the hallway. Crimson Head upstairs, fucking doing the running, man. I love how much they made the shotguns bad in this game. So now you just use this thing here instead of needing 4 crests. So in the original, this is where you would just get the crank and then immediately head over to the guardhouse, but have a little bit to do before that. We gotta take a trip and go visit Lisa Trevor's house. She's like a super enemy of the game. Yeah, so this is a interesting little puzzle in which you need to get these 2 Cerberus statues to face certain directions. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me where they actually tell you what it is, but you just need to get them to face like opposite directions. Oh, you mean the place that I'm at right now? Sick, dude. this down the road. Oh no, wait, that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that dude needs to face north. There we go. Yeah, you just get these guys facing opposite directions. That little bit of text to the right of the gate probably tells you. So these crows can be dickheads if they want to, because this is where you're going to go through the process of getting the Magnum. So you put in the first crest, and then you get the other 3 crests. And then next to this area is like 3 indentations. So, you know, people sometimes think you have to come back here later and do something with them, but really all you have to do is flip all these crests around and, you know, get their little protrusions out. And then you can just plug them all in right now and just get the Magnum right away. Like, that's even the exact gun Barry is using. Like, no, did Wesker give Barry his gun? So there we get a little audio of Lisa just kind of walking around. So she is like a stupidly strong bioweapon. Like, you know, like Mr. X and Nemesis and all them, they at least kind of take damage. Lisa doesn't give a fuck about anything. Like, literally, you only get rid of her just because she gets rid of herself. I think if you go through the game with like the infinite rocket launcher, you might be able to take her down with that, but I honestly cannot remember. So the whole reason we're able to come out here is Lisa had our crank. And this crank is a necessity. Because it's a Resident Evil game. The crank is always a necessity. Not too worried. I'm not gonna save this. Who could that be? That whole thing just looks so goofy. And then you've somehow wound up like down here. And this is Lisa Trevor. So she's kind of got like a Leatherface thing going on. Like, she has like sewn the skin of her mother's face onto her own. Like, she was a kid when her family started getting fucked up, so Lisa's story is pretty goddamn tragic. But now she's just a murder monster, so it's kind of hard to continue to have sympathy for her.
Gilterbrad,
Yo,
can you hear me?
he's just on his field trip and now he's scared.
Shit, it's broken.
Ah, shit. So similar to the original, they kept up with the water cutscene. Now, unfortunately, unlike the original game, the snakes that start falling from the sky are not uh, are not free. If you just keep running, there is still a chance that they will just randomly catch a bite on you. We get crows in here initially instead of dogs, which is nice. Don't want to take a stray snake bite. And now we are into the guardhouse for Act 2. So, similar to the first game, I could just ignore this because you really don't have to like backtrack and take damage from the plant too many times. But since I don't know this path overly well, I don't want to do that and risk it. Alright, I was hoping to get a little bit more done right now, but it is starting to get close to dinner time, so I think I'm going to wrap up here for now, and I'll probably be on later and finish the run up tonight. So, for anyone who sees this, thanks for stopping in. Hope you had a nice time, maybe learned a little something, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.